We had Taxstone
Right.
on the show on Vlad TV. You know,
Yeah.
Taxstone's my man. He's
Yeah.
on Vlad TV a few times,
Right.
and he told about a situation that y'all had with OG Maco.
I worked with an artist out of New York, Manolo Rose, and he had a record called Run Ricky Run that was taken off, and OG Maco had a record called Fuck 'Em 3 Times, and they were like, a lot of people on the internet was saying that the record sounded the same, which I didn't really. I understood like maybe a cadence, like the screaming, because they like scream.
See, that was another thing where it was like, I think it was more people around him that kind of amped that situation up, you know, and made it into a thing, because it didn't even have to be one.
Knives got pulled out and stuff like that.
We went to Texas. We see these dudes in a dark alley. We deep, they deep. They don't want nothing. It's kumbaya, my lord. Let's get up. Let's do a record. All of this shit. Then Manolo performs at the Hustle Simmons, the Hustle Palooza show.
And we was performing, and they was like, threw water from the balconies, you know what I'm saying, from the top. They was throwing water down. So at first, you know, because we usually, we throw water in our, you know, while we, you know, performing. We wilding out, having fun. We mosh pitting and shit like that. So I look up, I noticed that the water was dripping off the top of the beams. You know what I mean? Dripping down from the top of the beams. So I'm like, oh shit, I look up and I'm like, oh shit, they throwing water from up there. But I knew they had just came in. So I said, all right, cool. So I pointed up like, all right, yeah, when we done, we gonna come up there.
Manolo was like, yo, we going upstairs. So after every show, we would do like, you know, press, you know what I mean? And shit like that. So I thought that's what he was gonna do. So when we get upstairs, Manolo like walks in OG Maco in them section. And he's like, yo, oh, y'all can suck my dick. So I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, it's lit. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? So it was about to pop off. Mad security was there. Like the dude to run their labels was there. They got up out of there with security.
You know, then we went outside, and then we knew, like, I'm like, yo, everybody gonna go to the Ilmore. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where everybody was hanging out, you know, going to at night.
We ran down on them. We had mad kitchen knobs, and we put knobs to them, and they ain't want it. Like, they kumbaya'd, you know, and police was right there. The thing was is that we didn't know that the police was right there. We was just ready to go, and we was pissed off. And we ran down, jumped out, and the next thing we know, like, police is right there. Like, we black dudes in the middle of Texas, and rednecks holding they not even moving. They like watching it, just letting it go down. Like they like want it to go down. And that's when I was like, nah, we gonna get shot out here by some rednecks from Texas. So we fell back and we left it as that. And you know, it was like, you know, we spoke after that because they had dudes from Brooklyn and the new dudes that I knew. So we spoke and it was supposed to be over. And like his camp, dudes in his camp kept throwing shots. So I was like, yo, fuck it. I was like, I'm gonna slam them every day for the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
We even tried to, I'm like, yo, I spoke to him. This is the funny thing. Like before any of that shit even occurred, I spoke to him. And he told me, he was like, yo, you know all that shit niggas is saying, don't worry about none of that shit, bro. I fuck with the record is hard. I'm like, yeah, my nigga, good looking. You know, like, yo, I'm like, yo, you know, jump on it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have no issue with you. I don't even know you. So it's like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, jump on the record and so on. Let's do it. And so we, you know what I mean? That's what, and then we actually even did it. He did a remix. You know, he taking shots at me in the remix. And I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand how the rapper shit go. You know what I'm saying? I understand it. It's not real. It's not like real beef. Like people be hearing shit and they think it's like real drama. It's not though. It's not really real. Because like, if I really had a real issue with you, I'm not going to say this shit on those songs. And I ain't going to say this shit in no record either. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it outside with you if that's what we really doing. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't do nothing to nobody and then go on Twitter and be like, yeah, this is what we did. It's like, no, I'm not trying to go to jail. Like, I don't want to go to jail. I don't even want nobody to know we beefing like that. And we really beefing, I ain't saying nothing. We just going to see each other outside. We going to know, and that's it. And when we see each other outside, we just going to get busy when we get outside. You know what I mean? So, you know, so it was like that. And then from there, he had some dudes or whatever that fuck with him. They were coming out saying little shit online. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even necessarily him. Because we seen him like, this before he even put the record out, we seen like the dudes that he was hanging with, they were saying shit online. So niggas, we pointed it out like, oh shit, look what he's saying. This is what he's saying. Boom. So we understood that this is how them niggas is feeling. You know what I'm saying? So then we had ran into each other. Fast forward, we see each other South by Southwest. he was coming out of a show. We ran into each other in the alley. You know what I'm saying? And he just like, yo, what up? I'm like, yo, what's up? Because I'm thinking like, yo, y'all niggas are saying this, that, and the third. So I'm like, what up? He like, nah, man, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, nah, y'all was saying, you know, X, Y, and Z. What's going on? He like, nah, it ain't no issue. I'm like, all right, my nigga, yeah. So we was supposed to come. We had the next day, we had a show at Fool's Gold. And he was like, yo, let's bring me out. Let's do the remix. I'm like, all right, cool. But we couldn't because it was like a mix-up. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he kind of felt like, oh, niggas say he's going to bring me out. He didn't. Maybe because he, you know what I mean? Whatever. He probably thought it was something. And it really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It was just a mix-up on that. And then, like I said, it probably wasn't even him throwing the water. It probably was just niggas he was with. And they don't really know me. They don't know us. So you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know how we going to give it up and so on and so on. And it just is what it is. And, you know, after that, we talked it out. You know what I'm saying? Me and OG Maco, we had talked it out and shit like that. He called me. You know what I mean? We even have a record with me, him, and Lil Uzi. You know what I'm saying? That with Clinton Sparks. It's a Clinton Sparks record with me, him, and Lil Uzi. You know what I'm saying? And maybe one day that's supposed to come out. But yeah, we spoke on that term, and he called me like, yo, I'm gonna do the record. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the hook, and then he did the verse, and Lil Uzi did a verse, and he was like, yo, you know, I'm gonna do the record. This, that, and the third. Like, yo, man, all that shit is over, bro. I don't even care about that shit. And I was like, yeah, because it was like during around the time he was having an issue with like Drake and shit like that with the Quentin Miller issue.
Well, some of us have been in hip hop since hip hop was damn near born. And really, you know, at the point in my life, it really annoys me when people are like, oh, this dude took my style. You know, that's my style. If it was really that easy, like motherfuckers could really go platinum off other people. It's like, you know, Troy Ave could have taken you off the All About the Money, put someone else on. But clearly the way you did it can't be replicated. Like, you literally can't take someone else's style. It's art, it's music.
Every man has the right to his own opinion, you know, and I'm not the one to tell nobody how they should live. But just looking at from another perspective, it's like, this is an art form where it's like, if you want, things are, we live in a world now where, you know, they have a term in sociology where they say that the world is flat, right? This is a sociological term where the world is flat, and it literally is. Because now you see McDonald's in Iraq. It has KFC there, right? And I say that to say this, that we're all connected now. The globe is connected. And now when you put some music out now, you know, the world sees it. You know what I'm saying? So you had people in Japan get to enjoy a Future record. You know what I'm saying? It's people that hit me up from Japan like, yo, we want you to come over here, and so on and so on. So they get to enjoy your records coming from here. And then if you see a person like Keith 8, you even get to enjoy some of the music coming from there. You know, I remember being, you know, I remember before when Kanye West was doing songs with the dudes from Tokyo. I can't remember their name. That, you know, they used to be with Pharrell and them and all that, you know, at that time. And it was like, it was cutting edge because it was like nobody was going, you know what I mean, actually doing records with them. But at the same time, it's like, you know, the world is flat now, man. And it's like, you can't be upset that somebody's heard your sound or heard a sound that comes from this country or this place or this island and now say, oh, nobody can do it but the people from this island. That's just now, nothing works like that. You can't say that, since Wizkid is from South Africa and he does, you know, these Afro beats or whatever, it's like nobody should ever do them except the people that come from South Africa. It's like, you know, come from the continent. It's like, no, like once the world hears it, it's the music belongs to the world. It doesn't belong to the country that you're in or the continent that you're on.
What do you think about the whole situation?
Man, my point of view, man, I really feel like they tried to paint a bad picture on my brother and tried to make him look like he was a hater. It was some envy, jealousy type shit, you know what I'm saying? And actuality, you know what I'm saying? Bro been having this shit, man. He been in the condo.
I got my hat on and I had my Coke bottles up under my hat. And I'm sitting at the dinner table like an asshole with the hat on, knowing she gonna tell me to take it off. And I'm just sitting there just gawping down, you know, in my zone. She said, take that goddamn hat off at the dinner table. I'm like, come on, Mom. Coke everywhere.